on the Rave. Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. My name is Gav.
I'm Addie.
And you are tuned back in to the On the Rave podcast. Addie, how's it going?
Oh, it's going fucking tremendously this week, Gav.
Yeah, it's been flying through that way. Right.
It is not close enough, but super close.
Yeah.
Closer than close.
Yeah.
Closer than you could ever imagine, Gavin.
So, should we just start the way we always start these shows, Addie?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hashtag Raver's Choice.
Yeah, bit of Raver's Choice. Addie's been on Facebook scouring to try and find a tune to recommend this time out. And
Not you, Tony T.
yeah. No, sorry, Tony, you keep trying. But it's another guy who keeps
it's
trying.
Good, but it's not right.
Yeah, it's good, but it's not the one. Is that your Roy Walker impression? Yeah. Amazing. Well, yeah, so basically, Graham, we've seen you in the comments recommending things all the time, and we've picked one of your tunes. Thank you very much.
It's a winner!
Yeah, everyone's a winner eventually. So, Graham, for you, in the comments, hashtag Raver's Choice, Easy Posse, everything starts with an E!
Figures.
Everything starts with an E. Everything starts with an E.
Way, there you go, Graham lad. You've been in the comments all the time. We've finally played your tune. Everything starts with an E.
Aye.
Yeah, amazing.
Thick of them.
Thick of them. Thick of them. All the bloody time in that.
Dastardly piggers.
Yeah. So we'll just take a quick moment to remind you who we are. We are the On The Rave podcast, and you can get us on Facebook at On The Rave. You can get us on Twitter at On The Rave, and you can reach us on youtube.com/On The Rave.
That's my favourite one.
Yeah, we're powered by Podbean.
And fueled by the Basement Stacks.
Way! Remember, you can go into Basement Stacks at any time and scream at Don's behind the counter on the Rave.
And then you'll get 10% off all of your food and drinks needs.
Just for being a listener. How about that?
That's a fucking no. It's a winner.
Yeah,
it's a winner.
Winner, chicken dinner, 2 and a 1. Get yourself in there. The
got
coffee's
halfway-
good and the scran's good.
I got halfway between no brainer and a winner there,
Yeah.
so I came up with no winner,
Yeah.
which is not right.
No, everyone's a winner here at the On The Rave
Everyone's a winner.
podcast. Addie, guess what?
What, Gavin? What?
What? We've got another one of those guests.
Who?
Wait, it's only Jody Bigfoot.
Fucking hell!
Jody.
Oi.
He's back from the forests.
So Jody's been away on an adventure and he's come back to Newcastle and he's dived straight in to come and record a podcast. Just to remind everybody that he's out there and about. Jody, how's it going?
I still exist.
I still exist. I'm still irrelevant. Bigfoot still exists, ladies and gentlemen.
I never stop believing.
You never don't stop squatching. No, Jody, how's it going? You've been off and had an adventure.
It's been wicked, mate.
Yeah.
It was nice to get out and about,
Yeah? Good to return home?
Yeah, man.
Or just the familiar faces and that?
Aye.
Yeah.
And connections.
Yeah. Sound. Do you want to tell everyone a little bit about what you did in the world of music before you went off on an adventure?
Did undo, Gavin.
Did undo.
Still going different ways, man. Like I started White Elephant with a couple of friends who were living with the Cardigan Terrace. Remember that house?
I remember that house with Mark Word and Aeneas. And Aeneas live on the top floor of that house.
Aye.
Yeah. Some good times at that house.
Legendary first weekend party with like 300 people.
Yeah, it was mental.
We had to clear the house in 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was mental.
That was
It was some good times in that Cardigan house.
So that was like putting on the gigs back then, and then I went travelling after that and had a bit of a hiatus and started writing lyrics when I was making music videos in Japan. So then that's when Trinity Lo-Fi was kind of born in Japan, but it wasn't quite finished. It was after that, got back after that trip and got in touch with Louis Zekio and finished it off properly with him.
Yeah.
And Trinity Lo-Fi has been going on since then with various vocalists, people coming and going and that.
Yeah, and you've got videos up on YouTube and
In fact, I've just posted one a video that he made for me. With Luke hanging from a ceiling.
There you go. Like full circle. Yeah, so these days you were DJing when you were with the White Elephant Knot, and these days you're more of an MC.
Yeah, and music video. In Japan I was making music videos for other people, but now I just pretty much do my own.
So like a video producer.
Like rapping and making videos. That's basically the crux of it now.
Yeah, it's loads of fun doing stuff like that. I love playing with cameras and audio recorders and stuff like that. It's proper mint.
It's like a kid.
Yeah, it is like it is. I love like spending a bit of money on a nice bit of kit and then fucking showing it off and playing with it, like the new recorder that we're using today. It's recording away, and it's been a blessing since we've had it. It's been a nightmare to get used to, but it's been a blessing now that we've actually worked out what the fuck we're doing. It's definitely better than that dictaphone that nearly ended up inside Gary.
Yeah.
Bless you, Gary. I know you're listening.
Habitual line stepper.
Yeah, that's the one. So we'll crack on, and we'll move straight on. That's the dog next door.
I thought it was Gary.
You thought it was Gary. Gary's back from the dead.
Come get me.
He's come to get me because he's come all the way from fucking concert down to Biker just because we're bad-mouthed him on a paid cast. So we'll move on with the early influences. So Jody, who were the first people who sort of played music for you in your life?
I was actually talking to Mum and Dad about this. Like, I didn't think there was a huge amount of music as a kid, like below about 10.
Below 10, what you just don't remember?
There just wasn't loads and loads of music, like.
Not listening to the radio and that.
Yeah, but that doesn't really count, does it? It's like it's just what the music at the time for that wasn't really into that. I can't remember being into it. You know what I mean? So it didn't have an impact on me, is what I'm saying. There was a little bit from my dad. He used to play reggae, some of the Fugees and that, some of the earlier stuff I can remember. And Linton Kwesi Johnson, I remember from getting a little bit older towards 10, but I think the first thing that I noticed and had an impact was when my brother started listening to Eminem and Dr. Dre.
Oh, nice one.
like 10, 11-year-old kid listening to that.
Yeah.
And then on the radio, the first thing that ever stood out to me properly was Gorillaz' Clint Eastwood. It was the first time pop music had just actually like resonated with my soul. Like,
great
I was like, what? Actually, there's actually music on the radio that's actually dope.
Yeah.
So
there's something about that project, isn't it? That project that Damon Albarn does, where he just brings in all of these people to do these amazing big stories. I mean, he's got that massive banging tune with De La Soul, and they've got Roots Maneuver on all those albums, and just some of the stuff that the Gorillaz put out. I mean, even their tune from last summer. You heard that tune from last summer, Humility? Nah, you should bang it on, mate.
It's hard to keep up with everyone, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it is. No, the Gorillaz dropped a new tune recently. It's like a Venice Beach tune, is the easiest way to put it. They've also got a tune that you'd absolutely fucking love called Saturn's Bars, which I'll play to you at some point later tonight, because it's an absolute banger.
I've also got to catch up.
Yeah. But yeah, so early influences, not many, but when you did start listening to it yourself, it was the Gorillaz. So I guess we'll play the Gorillaz. Yeah, here we go.
I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. I ain't happy. I'm feeling glad. I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on.
Finally, someone let me out of my cage. Now, time for me is nothing cause I'm counting no A's. Nah, I couldn't be there. Nah, you shouldn't be scared. I'm good at repairs and I'm under each snare. Intangible, bet you didn't think, so I command you to. Panoramic view, look, I'll make it all manageable. Pick and choose, sit and lose, all you different crews. Chicks and dudes who you think is really kicking tunes. Picture you getting down in a picture tube, like you lit the fuse. You think it's fictional, mystical, maybe. Spiritual hero who appears in you to clear your view when you're too crazy. Lifeless to those, the definition for what life is. Priceless to you because I put you on the hype shit. You like it? Gun smoke, you're righteous with one toe. You're psychic among those, possess you with one go.
I'm feeling glad. I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, not for long. The future is coming on. Ain't happy. I'm feeling glad. I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on.
The essence, the basics, without it you naked. Allow me to make this childlike in nature. Rhythm, you have it or you don't, that's a fallacy, I'm in them. Every sprouting tree, every child of peace, every cloud and sea. You see with your eyes and see destruction and demise. Corruption in the skies from this fucking enterprise. Now I'm sucked into your lives through rust, so not as muscles, but percussion to provide for me as a guide. Y'all can see me now cause you don't see with your eye. You perceive with your mind, that's the inner. So I'ma stick around with Russ and be a mentor. Bust a few rhymes so motherfuckers remember what the thought is. I brought all this so you can survive when law is lawless. Feeling sensations that you thought was dead. No squealing, remember that it's all in your head.
I ain't happy. I'm feeling glad. I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, not for long. The future is coming on. Ain't happy. I'm feeling glad. I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, not for long. My future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. My future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. My future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. My future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. My future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. My future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. My future.
Hey! Hey, I'm gonna do it from this time.
Oh, he pushed you. I feel wounded by that.
I've jumping right in there.
That was the Gorillaz. That was Clint Eastwood, which was on their self-entitled album Gorillaz from 2001, which was released on Parlophone Records. Jody's eyes are shining up. You just see my list of it. Well, there you go. What we always tend to do is share all the record labels that things come out on and stuff like that, just so that everyone can go out and get the music.
Because knowledge is the bomb, yo.
Well, that's it. This is an educational. You know, we're an educational establishment here at the On Rave podcast.
Please don't cut off fucking contract. YouTube.
YouTube.
We are educational. We don't make any money.
We are educational YouTube. We're not making any money. There's no need to keep copyright stamping, will I?
Fucking cunt.
So, Jody, when you got past the stage of early influences, what music were you listening to when you were like finding your own feet in your like musical direction on your musical journey?
After that, I was a bit of like skater punk and that, and Offspring and that during the teenage years. Nothing of that really stuck. Still sometimes listen to the Offspring, but not like Blink 182 and that. So
yeah,
none of that other teenage stuff really stuck that much. And then like around 16 probably, roughly, man, maybe 15. Watched Scratch.
Oh,
what
I fucking love that documentary.
So good.
The mummified bat. I'll never forget the mummified bat when DJ Shadow. DJ Shadow is one of my absolute favorites.
Somewhere in my collection.
That's
classic. Absolute classic.
VHS. Boom! I bet you that's worn down. A blast from the past, kids. Remember what a VHS was?
Scratch. I mean, that was just life changing. I got decks like instantly. Sold all my Warhammer and Pokemon cards and that I still had. Anything I had was worth anything. Got decks and vinyl, and that was the start of that.
Amazing. That's a class way to start the journey. So, like, when you started buying your own wax and stuff like that, like, what sort of?
Remember, kids, sell everything you've got. Be a DJ. It's life lessons with Jody Bigfoot.
No, that is proper good advice, to be honest.
Yeah. It hasn't done you any wrong so far, has it? No. So, what sort of thing were you slamming on those decks that you traded in your shiny Charizard for?
Oh yeah, 20 quid a pop, then, man.
I know, mate. I got a collection of Pokemon just up there.
I still got them. 27 years on, people are still playing that shit.
Yeah, 35 still playing.
I was like hip hop for the scratching and that, because obviously the film Scratch was a massive influence, so had to be on the scratching. So got sample records, breaks records, and hip hop songs that had instrumentals on.
Yeah.
And also wanted to beat juggle, but obviously it's not as easy as it looks, so that took a little while. Shouts to Raj Panu, actually. He was mates with one of my
second mention of Raj.
That's right, yeah. Raj was on the Sandy show. Was mentioned on Sandy's show. We actually played one of his tunes.
Lad.
Yeah.
He was a friend of my stepmom's colleague. No, you see my stepmom's colleague, and he give her like me and my brother lessons for one like few hours of lessons for like a bottle of wine or something on now. I can't remember, but
that's mint.
That proper got us going. He had some really good analogies and that, and got us going on the beat juggling and scratching. He's
a wise guy as well. Like not a wise guy saying, "Hey, wise guy." He's the guy who's got all the knowledge. You know what I mean?
He's pretty dope, man. He was doing video stuff around that time too, like beat juggling videos. That was like well ahead of his time. I don't know what happened with that. And like the capability to beat juggle videos had been there for years, but I've never seen much of it.
Yeah.
Out and about.
Well, there's different bits and pieces on YouTube that you can like dig out if you want to find that sort of VJing style.
It was going to be the next big thing for a while, and Yoda was jumping on it. There's a few people at Digital like doing those shows, and you never see it nowadays.
Don't I remember Freak Nasty playing in town, and they did a massive visual, like it was more of a VJ set at the Tyneside Cinema
on the top floor.
Yeah, it was in the Tyneside Cinema.
Nightmare getting up and down those fucking staircases when you're thick and piggers.
I waited all over the carpets. I did. It was a proper horrendous whitey. You're like, you know, when you just don't feel right and you drink 2 bottles of water and then those 2 bottles of water don't sit and it's just like, yeah. Sorry.
White, that's clean white, though, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. It's good clean whitey. It's cleaned the inside of me out crisp.
Spring water.
Spring water
whitey.
No, more natural, eh? So what kind of, as I said, like, is there any one tune that sort of encapsulates your early findings when it comes to the stuff that you were listening to, as was said, when you traded in all of your bits and pieces for decks?
There's a few that like properly stick in the head, and if they play, they'll really instantly bring me back. Then like a few of the hip hop songs, I used to scratch on them for hours.
Yeah.
So there's like some Tajay instrumentals, and Ty was a MC on Big Dada that never quite got as big as Roots Maneuver.
Right.
He was dope, but a lot of his instrumentals and a lot of Roots Maneuver stuff and Roots Maneuver instrumentals I'm always scratching on, so they stick in the head and bring us straight back there. Yeah,
Roots was my for this section, like Roots Maneuver went straight for Witness, but
and another Big Dada standout was Low Tech Hi-Fi, like kind of a canny large inspiration for Trinity Lo-Fi too.
Yeah.
Like I rap Boot just because the multiple vocalists, like.
Yeah.
It was actually, I think
They were like it was like a salon. It was like an assembled cast, wasn't it? That have loads of people one after another doing little bits, which is kind of like another thing that we'll talk about later that I've seen on your list. This like idea of having multiple artists on the one track to try and lift the esteem of it.
Yeah.
So of all the sort of low tech hi-fi stuff, is there one tune in particular that people should be listening to?
Yeah, well, the one tune that got me onto them, which was on a Big Data sampler alongside those guys, Ram Dancehall.
Ah, yeah. I quite enjoyed skanking around to this when I was listening to all the tunes earlier. So it's a good one for everyone. So section 2, done and dusted. We'll have some low tech featuring Earl J. Ram Dancehall.
Good day, you're in tune to musical sounds called Hi-Fi. The musical sound that move right around. Keep on moving, y'all. Good day.
Calling all selector, calling all the crew. We are go ram up the outside. Who said that? We in part. We are go ram up the outside.
Dance hall, we start, we touch the body ring. Things call, we are go boss it when we call. Them call, then you pull up, then make me chips. Them fall, which part them figure, call them why. They know, see it up proper, call them engine stall.
You never lose off, it's a full violence. From dancehall, which part we touch there? Front to back, crew a ball out up there. Take off the shoes, girl, ready for broke. String vest a muggle when they dance it up there. Go in at the crowd, cause the girl them not there. Go and get a girl like I did something buff there. I them a pop out, me head one turn way. Head a daydream, and me mind a run way. Hey, oh man, me now want you move ya. Sexy ladies, are them we choose ya. Love it when they do a we a wine and move ya. Yo man, stop check my girls fi unsa ya.
Dance hall, we start, we touch the body ring. Things call, we are go boss it when we call. Them call, then you pull up, then make me chips. Them fall, which part them figure, call them why. They know, see it up proper, call them engine stall.
You never lose off, it's a full viral.
One little draw when me come in at the dance. The power of the rhythm I go send me in a trance.
Uplift the spirit, make the girl them want to prance. Sexy girl they like it proper, say me style is advanced. True.
Make her move her waist, make her shake her move her hips. The rhythm and the bass and I go make your head split.
Tell fast you'll come out them not hell lyrics. The sound we are run, it's a #1 hit.
Every song you hear, every lyric that we spit. You a dance with the devil on your shoulder, him a sit.
Drink to drink and the gun you have to hit. When they call them off, it's like a laugh, we kill them with this. We are gonna ram them up, ram them up, oh yeah. We are gonna ram them up, ram them up, oh yeah, yeah. Say whether it's a night, say whether it's a day, we ram up the dance and we feel no way. Whether it's a night, say whether it's a day, we ram up the dance and we feel no way, y'all.
Dance hall.
Road get block off and gate get lock off. When low tech, hi-fi sound make us stop off. Style get pop off, controller don't clock off. Girl them dressed to impress, well hot off. Standing by the speaker stack, jamming to a new track. Lighters flash the feeling now, select to make you wheel it back. Pull up, ram dance, pull up, take it down low. How you mean we are for move up? Higher heights we reach them, all nights we bleach them. Hot gal we sweet them, lyrics with the ski them, we speech them, you see me. Digits what them give me. Do it with your girl, now you better like my Guinness. Still there.
Dance hall, we start, we touch the body ring. Things call, we are go boss it when we call. Them call, then you pull up, then make me chips. Them fall, which
our nose off. It's a overall well.
That was Low Tech Hi-Fi featuring Earl J, Ram Dancehall. That was released on an album called Zentertainment from 2004 on subside of Ninja Tune called Big Dada.
Sweet, man.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's lush when you've got all the information there to go with it. And that's just another one of those big tunes and two labels that I love. I love Ninja Tune. I was a sucker for lots of the Ninja Tune stuff. And Big Dada was Roots Maneuver all the way through. I've got a Big Dada jacket downstairs. Yeah, mate. It's bling. You'll like it. I'll show you later. But that's lots of things I've got to show this young man later. That sounded fucking perfect. That's one of those.
Steady on.
Sorry, it's warm in here. Wow.
It
is. Right, okay, well, let's shift on to question 3 and start talking about your first rave memories. So,
hey!
When do you reckon was the first, like, big rave that you remember?
First big one's definitely getting into Arcane. I think that we were I was breaking people in through the windows, about 14, 15 years old, giving people lifts up into the windows.
What the fuck? How tall were you at 14?
Kind of tall, like.
Yeah, like bunking people through the windows at Newcastle Uni, yeah? Yeah.
Into the stairwell, like round the side. But then the security guard came running, so I went to Nash, and I was like really upset that I was about to go in. I was like going to be the last, let everyone in. I was going to jump in myself. But then the fire alarm went off, and hundreds of people came outside. So I just got in the crowd and went back in and spent the rest of the night by myself.
Oh, what? Your mates didn't get in?
No, Freddie and Ann Kirkland didn't get in.
Oh, despite being the ones lifted through the window, they were the ones that didn't end up getting to fucking have fun.
No, they were helping to break people in too, probably, but yeah, they never made it in properly. I don't even know what happened.
Right.
I was with them, all of them, and I think Nesbitt was there too. And we were all trying to get in, but I was the only one that made it. So I was just walking around Arcane by myself as a little young lad.
Yeah. And how was that? I bet you that was an overwhelming experience.
It really was. It was class.
Yeah. I remember those Arcanes.
Can you remember who was on that night?
Of course I can't, man. No, not then. Sorry, like I wouldn't even seen the fly. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Before that time of being conscious of that.
Yeah.
So it was just anyone. I remember loads of students in white t-shirts and UV light. That's about it.
Yeah.
Man. Drum and bass.
You remember drum and bass?
Rooms or something? Probably.
What?
Sounds about right.
That sort of time it would have been.
Right.
Yeah. You would have went from one room to have Hoover to one room to have Hoover. One of them would definitely have had Tarantula playing in them, just because that is the stereotype. That is the absolute stereotype. So when you started like going to you obviously were putting on raves as well. Where were you putting raves on at and stuff?
Well, not when I was 15 years old.
No, but a little bit later in your experience.
It was the Cooperage mostly, man. We did a couple here and
We
there.
missed the Cooperage. We do miss the Cooperage.
But I'm not
It's
sure.
falling to bits. Let's make the Cooperage rave again.
I'm not sure if we can handle it, mate.
It's going to fall to bits.
100 people maybe max.
Yeah, otherwise it'll fall down.
Small invite only parties at the Cooperage. But yeah, if there was like 300 people skanking in there again, man, with the sound systems we got,
It would fall down.
Last man.
Have you seen it recently? It looks like it's
been
going.
looked after.
No, it looks like it's going to fall down any second.
They want someone to open it up so it can be maintained. But the landlords have absolutely no interest in it. The landlords are actually the flats next door.
Yeah.
And they don't want to do anything with it because it's good for the business as flats. Yeah. It's proper sad, man. Should at least be a little small ale bar or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it
would work tremendously as a small ale bar.
Yeah, even that there was a point when the bottom floor was just a little bit of a little posh ale bar, and then that went as well. So, but the Cooperage was a big thing for like all of us, and even for the 3 different rave generations that we grew up in. Like it was different for Addie to what it was for me, and then there was the crossover between like, and then obviously yous were doing White Elephant there when we were doing Rollies, and when we were doing Coalition later on and stuff. And the Cooperage was just a big part of lots of rave in Newcastle at that point.
Punk was big, all the punk were there.
Yeah. Well, isn't the staircase right next to it the place of the first recorded murder in Newcastle?
What?
Right, so you know the long stair that goes up from the bottom of the Cooperage all the way up? On those stairs is where the first ever reported murder in Newcastle happened.
Makes sense, like it's
there's a plaque about it.
Really?
Mate, yeah, there's a plaque about it.
I never knew that, like.
Right, you go a little bit up and round the corner, and there's this like little seat with a plaque next to it that explains that this is called the Long Stair, and it's like stair with an E at the end. I hope it's still there, because fucking if someone missions round listening to the podcast and goes there and it's not there, I'm gonna look like a right twat. But there used to be there used to be a plaque there that explained that the first reported murder ever in Newcastle was on those stairs, on the Long Stair, which is right next to the Cooperage.
When murders started to be reported, what does that mean? Like,
it means that there might have been murders occur in Newcastle beforehand, but when they started...
When were murders started to be reported?
We're going to have to look at that to get some information. We're going to go down.
Before we get done by the YouTube police for lying or just making things up. But we'll do some research before we post any of that. Hopefully that's I do remember that being a thing, but I do remember a lot of things that probably didn't happen at the Cooperage, like in the States that we all were
shenanigans.
Well, something like that. So, of all of the tunes from that first big rave, you remember, is there one that stands out?
Well, it's hard to pick one from that time. We started listening to a lot of drum and bass around then.
It was the thing, wasn't it?
Most like nostalgia tripping one, or like I was probably just twisting out Skibbity.
Oh, the Dillinger. Yeah,
mighty Dillinger.
Yeah, it's a mighty tune, that one. Like, we need to work on an adaptation. It would work if we adapted the lyrics to that slightly. Twist out for you, EP. It wouldn't take much to turn it.
The bad MC.
There you go, the bad MC. There we go. He knows.
We'll sort it out for Friday.
He knows,
bad like good, yeah.
Bad like good, yeah. Yeah, that's alright. That's alright. You see the sweat. Wow.
It's hot.
It is. It's hot. So, we'll have some rinse out drum and bass then, lads. Shall we?
Let's get fucking amongst it.
This is Dillinger with Skibbity. Twist them out.
Take a higher, boost on your danger when we arrange a dance so they a raver, I'm an entertainer, paper, big radar, for the band that can slay ya. It's Oscar star, skip it danger, I'm the fire. I'm down the elder, scared of loot, yo. Danger when you range up, gotta get ya. Skip it, I'm at the computer, up and over, with the young, the older, numero uno, it's Oscar Bruno. Skip it around the old show, I'm gonna make them ravers know. Who the risk of Benji, it's Oscar don't tempt me. I'm the babble MC, but MC can like a sensei. But who would younger this guy like me? Oh, MC track like that. Won't do this and won't do that. When the killer come back. Who would younger this kid jump and talk, yeah, I move and twist. Yeah, from bucket to the back of the list. Twist one, what's give a beat? Big time celebrity. Inside the industry. It's time for D&B. Twist one, what's give a beat? Big time celebrity. It's time for you and me. Twist one, flip one. There's bass and drum. This one, Chris one. That rolling tongue, step toe, and some boot to the beats in motion. And so I run microphone stun. All up behind you after awesome. Now show them, give me golden man, get frozen. Skip it, smoke them, cut them, boy, when I can poke them. Why just spinning with the token? Left that door like wide open. Still MCs just ain't coping. Like the West Point, it must be joking. I was teaching you were smoking. I get low, I'm back again. Wake up, smack up, my weekend. Throw MCs in the deep end. Then again, my friend, what are you gonna do when the money's spent? It's Oscar Galactica, hey! Stop. Here we go again, keep on, go you make some land. Go up, high, and then down, lows, west, wind. This way, not way, now, what do I wanna say? Move to the beat. My DJ, so best with the K, I-P-A-D, double E, Skibbity. Twist one, what's Skibbity? Big time celebrity. Inside the industry. It's time for D&B. Twist one, what's Skibbity? Big time celebrity. It's time for you and me. Yo, you twisting, you ain't even twisting out the one. Twist that. Twist one, what's Skibbity? Big time celebrity. Inside the industry. It's time for D&B. Twist one, what's Skibbity? Big time celebrity. It's time for you and me to twist them out.
Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. That was Dillinger and Skibbity Twist 'Em Out. Twist 'Em Out was released on an EP with a one called Kid Stuff. Is it Kid Stuff? On the other side, from 2002, Renegade Hardware, apparently. But again, that's just Discogs defining what I believe is true about stuff like that. In any case, strolling swiftly on from Discogs, let's get into the Sunshine mood. The Sunshine mood?
Festival fever.
Festival fever. Jody, what sort of tunes do you like to listen to when you're at a festival?
Well, that's the main thing about festivals, isn't it, mate? You can listen to everything.
That's exactly the right answer. He wins this round. There we go. There we go. But
absolutely everything, mate. That's what's so good. You got all day from lunch and breakfast. Have your breakfast at this. Have your lunch at that. Have a skank in the afternoon at this. Raving by the night. It's great.
It's great. It is. And then find some little tea shack somewhere with some woman playing a wonderful acoustic guitar at 4 a.m. spangled, and be spangled on chums of hash with some random Indian guy. Yeah, it's amazing. That's the amazing thing about festivals. There's just so much scene. I mean, I have one particular festival memory that you will remember because you were a part of. Because didn't we fucking sellotape ourselves to each other and go to rave at the front of Casper at one glade?
We were at Casper. We were covered in graffiti at Casper. Like, fuck rewinds written on my belly. Really.
Yeah, didn't I write "fuck dubstep" on your back? Or...
Yeah, we went. Yeah,
we went
like, ironically to Casper.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
I still like him, man. He's still dope.
No, lots of the
dubstep. Making the squelchy dubstep.
Well, that's it. Like,
you've got
it. We've already had beef about rewinds on this show, haven't we? Like, some people are all about the rewinds, and some people fucking hate a rewind.
I'm impartial. Like, I was at a dubstep night the other night, and like there wasn't too many. It was a healthy amount, and they've got a point, you know.
What's the easiest way to drop a new tune, or just to, like, when you build up a bit of momentum, sling it back on from the start and get the momentum building up?
Some tunes intros are just like so good that when you drop it when it dropped, you missed it. So you've mixed that bit. It's been in subtly, and you want to listen to the intro properly. So
yeah,
it's a lot of new dubstep tunes like that it really works on. There's some real long, like, dramatic intros now, like cinematic intros. These dubstep songs that take ages to drop, but it works.
Yeah,
it proper works. The new stuff, like
proper soundscapey stuff. Yeah. With a big drop but a long intro.
They just tease the bass. They just don't drop the sub for ages, but it works, man.
Yeah. Well, that's it. It's whatever works in your field, isn't it, Addie?
Yep, most definitely.
Yeah. Wait, so what sort of things... I mean, that's obviously another one of our festival memories, actually, was you and Scotch Egg.
Dragging each other around.
Yeah. It's another one you totally jumped on straight away. Yeah.
That was when they had the Osaka invasion at the... what was that tent called? The hardcore tent called?
Oh, the Glade... Oh, the Overkill.
Overkill stage,
yeah, the Overkill stage.
Osaka Invasion at Overkill stage, man. That was dope. They did something similar recently. One of my other buddies from Japan, Num and Dub, with a Japan Invasion at another festival recently.
Right.
I can't remember which festival.
Even Bangface did one as well, didn't they?
Yeah. A Japanese takeover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's pure loads of hardcore.
I was there, yeah.
I've never been to Japan. Like,
there was a crazy amount of Japanese who went to Bangface that year.
Yeah.
There was because they all were just in Asda, and there was whatever the local newspaper is, because there was loads of Japanese people on with masks. They said there was a SARS epidemic.
In the newspaper?
It was in the newspaper, front page, because there was loads of people with their masks on in Sainsbury's up the road from Bangface. Packing stuff.
That is a local journalist out of his depth.
Yeah.
That's what that sounds like to
SARS
me. Like,
epidemic.
Bloody hell.
Stockport. Southport, sorry.
Life. I cannot believe that.
It was there. It was true.
They'll write about anything to make a headline. They'll twist anything to a headline. I wonder if it even mentioned anything about, like, a SARS epidemic.
Yeah.
Well, just how weird, man. How weird, man. Have a little dignity for yourself.
Osaka Invasion at the Overkill tent.
Yeah.
I think the story was even out before Bangface had finished. Like, it was going around like before the Monday. So it's like
it went viral before it had a chance to go viral.
Good.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, so of all of the stuff that you've been and listened to and raved to at festivals, like, who stands out? What performances have you seen that really blew you away at a festival?
Honestly, it's been the Lions Den at the Glade Festival recently. Not the Glade, sorry. The Lions Den at Boomtown. It's like one of the biggest stages with quite mostly reggae, but kind of varied acts. That's been my favourite acts I've seen over the years recently. Have all been there. Like,
yeah. All the big dub sound systems.
It used to be the smaller stuff.
Yeah.
Like the smallest, like Overkill tent and that. But these days, it's been great to see some of my favourite big artists like Damian Marley and that. and Cypress Hill.
Yeah, playing on a more. I mean, it's not really commercial Boomtown, but playing on a more open. It's a more open forum, isn't it?
Aye.
Yeah.
There's like the way you get like 10 of them. Like, if you live in Newcastle, you might see one of these people a year, but places like Boomtown, you get like 10 of them, and then all the small stuff as well.
Yeah, that's the joy about going to a festival like that. I mean, I've never done a Boomtown. Maybe eventually I'll work my way around to doing it. I'm just a bit too old for tents these days. Too old and rickety for them. Can't hack it. I know Addie loves a tent though.
Love a tent, thick of them.
Yeah.
Rolling around in my own shit.
So, of all of these big performances you've seen, is there any like one particular track that stands out?
Well, I didn't actually see him at a festival recently, man, but
it's just assumed that puts you in the festival.
It just epitomises this style that I've been really getting into recently at the festival. So Protege, Blood Money.
Ah, yeah, I had listened to this on the way through as well. Cool. So, for his festival fever moment, Jody, do you want to introduce it?
Protege, Blood Money.
Nice.
Now watch no face, beg no more pardon. Enough drugs, money they a cherry garden. Enough individual society applauding. You can ask anybody where them get them starting. But no politician take a donation. So no criminal will never see a station. Never see a cell, not even a courthouse. But every Sunday we see them take a boat out. North Coast Resort and car dealership. The construction company, them just don't legit. Usually wash the money, turn it round and hide it. When the kickback them come in, the government delighted. So police cancel operation. Cause no real bad man a go station. Now if you check his situation, a blood money running nation. Come take a look in a Jamaica. Injustice in the place now. If what you see no really face you, then you are the problem what we face too. Was about to buy a next 60 now. Maybe then I never have to be a prisoner. Maybe then I coulda not turned in my firearm. Police couldn't come remand, come me like me run an army. Was about to be a politician too. Maybe then I coulda make any decision. Look, maybe then I make 100 million disappear. Then me act like me no care what you bought me back in there. Because this sad reality. In a Jamaica say your status or your salary. Man the road a carry one whole heap of felony. But them have a family a boost up the economy. So police cancel operation. Cause no real bad man a go station. Now if you check his situation, a blood money running nation. Come take a look in a Jamaica. Injustice in the place now. If what you see no really face you, then you are the it's out of many, but a one set of people feeling it. How that real society you agree to this. Things are revealed, the garbage, the machine spit. No smoke screen, a river and no conceal it. Now the system failing, the gap a get wider. A matter of time before a total divide, yeah. You cross the line, man, draw quick to remind you. If you build it on crime, then crime will have to find you. And that's how it's been always. That not frustrate you like it do to me. How much dead baby they over Jubilee? How much youths did 10 when them running at Tivoli? Now them 16 hard fry head fricassee. So, police cancel operation. Cause no real bad man a go station. Hey, now if you check his situation, a blood money running nation. Come take a look in a Jamaica. Injustice in the place now. If what you see no really face you, then you are the problem what we face too.
That was Blood Money by Protege. The album that was on is called A Matter of Time. It's just from this year, 2018.
2018, that's what I think.
That's what you think.
That I'm reading.
Yeah. And it's on a label called Mr Bongo, apparently. So, we're going to move on to my favourite section. This is the section where Jody gets to share with him some sort of musical... share with him. Jody's going to share with us some sort of musical discovery that he's discovered when he's been on his musical journey. So, of all of the people that you've listened to, is there many who you think that other people don't get enough appreciation and that people should be listening to?
Yeah, two big ones. Trinity Roots from New Zealand. People don't listen to them anywhere near as much as they listen to Fat Freddy's Drop. They're kind of like back burner, but I think they're like just as good, if not better, in their own ways.
They're like really worldly as well, because I was listening to the obviously there's a tune by them later in the list, spoilers, and I was having to dig through some of the stuff they've done, and they're fucking beautiful, man. Their recent album Citizen,
that's the next one,
yeah, it's really, really pretty. It's one of those ones that I've just had on Spotify while I've been milling around doing things in the house, and it all blends into one track, if you know what I mean, when you don't pay attention, and it's lush. It's really nice music.
It's beautiful,
yeah.
It touches the soul. That's a big thing for the record. Like, if people say something I need to recommend to people was going to be the thing that's touched me the most.
Yeah.
And these two artists definitely hit that spot.
Okay. So Trinity Roots is one of them. Who's the other one?
This is a Sami artist. It's from sort of the natives of Norway. Loads of people don't even know they exist, man. It's really sad. People are like, what's Sami? What's Sami? So it's like more indigenous population around the northern Norway, northern Sweden, Russian areas. Like they don't really get enough attention, but they're still living up there. They're still farming reindeers, and they're still making traditional music. I think most of the ones in Norway actually live in Oslo, though. Like 80% of the Samis in Norway live in Oslo now, but there's still the small traditional communities up the north, and they're still keeping the music alive. And one particular musician is Mari Bjorn, or Bjorn.
I didn't quite know how to pronounce it.
I've never heard someone speak Sami too much, so it's hard to get the pronunciation right.
Well, you've come to two experts here on speaking Swami.
Yeah.
Gavin, what do you think it's?
Oh, well, you see, yeah,
Jody Sami.
Yeah, we'll have a go at pronouncing it. So if I was going to say it from the way it's written down, I would say Mari Boyne.
Mari Boyne.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. Boine. Mari Boyne is how I'm going to pronounce it. Addie, how would you pronounce it?
Mohai Bohai.
Mohai Bohai. Mahai Bohai.
That's how I'm calling the reindeer from me back on.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm doing me traditional Swami fucking throat and that.
Traditional Swami throat singing.
That's just fucking.
That's just from The Simpsons. That is like.
Yeah.
That's fucking Alaskan throat singing, isn't it? Ha ha ha. Some sort of noise like that. In any case, I bet you that was really nice for anyone listening.
I'm pretty sure.
It sounded like a dying giraffe. I'm
sure that's
from South Park.
That's the Simpsons noise from the Steal the Wheel.
Probably. Sound. So, despite us blatantly not being able to pronounce our name, we had to listen to some of the tunes, and it's some really peaceful stuff.
Yeah, super peaceful. That's why I say my touches is like it's proper chills you out, man. Really positive.
Yeah.
You don't always understand the lyrics. With Trinity Reach obviously do, but yeah, Mari Bjorn, it's like just really nice, soft, peaceful, beautiful music.
Yeah, it is. So why doesn't everyone just take a second, light a candle, turn the lights down low and relax for a little bit and listen to this tune? It's a bath tune.
Or just be on a come down.
Oh, that would be
nice.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I can imagine that just being really polite, actually, playing along in the background, so you just smile at it.
Or like pause and skin up.
Yeah. So that's what you all need to do. Jody says you've all got to pause, skin up, and then listen to this tune. Do you want to introduce it?
I Mari Bjorn, Wawa Me, or Meg, probably.
Way you move
nice was that?
It was beautiful.
It is.
Beautiful. Weapon.
I'm weapon.
I'm weapon.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm weapon, so I am.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so upset that I'm weapon.
A weapon in the corner.
you are an absolute weapon sometimes. I like. an absolute weapon. Speaking of weapons, this is one of the weapons in a DJ's arsenal, and this is the moment that we call
Hands in the air.
So, Addie, set the scene.
You've just broken the Newcastle Student Union. You're making your way down to the front right speaker, because hashtag front right speaker.
Yeah.
Always find Jody's front right
Jody
speaker.
way, front right speaker.
And the DJ's just dropped the most wicked tune that you've ever heard in your life. What is it? When you fling your arms in the air.
Earth of Run Red, Digital Mystics.
Oh, right. Okay. He's went straight in and just revealed it straight out. And
But-
are you one of... Oh, here we go.
Are you hands in the air? Are you screw face? That's the important question.
It is the question. So what?
Depends on the moment, but I'll say more often than not, screw face.
Hey, there we go. A nice
We
little...
should do some sort of running tally chart for this.
Right, okay. I'll work that out for the next time we've got I've got.
Yeah, I won't say we'll do it now.
No.
That might take a while.
I
I can't remember what everyone said. I know Pegs was definitely screwface.
Yeah, Pegs was a screwface. John was a screwface, and the rest of them were up there.
His hands in the air, like.
No.
Well, I think there's certain.
I don't think I've ever seen Pegs with his hands over his shoulders.
Is that one of those myths? Like a dog can't look up,
Yeah.
Pegs can't lift his arms over his shoulders. I like it. So, what is it about that Digital Mystics tune that just gets you going?
No, it's one of these. Like, at first, I didn't like dubstep, man. I hated it at first.
Dubstep's dead.
No, it's still going. The revival was going on strong, mate. Check it out.
It's about.
But I didn't like it when I before I started playing it. Some of the early Digital Mystics stuff was too chill, but then DMZ Digital Mystics came out with this one, Earth of Run Red, and it just properly was one of the first things to get me back into. Well, not back into, originally into dubstep heavily.
Yeah. It was one of those ones that was about like quite early on in the scene in dubstep. I mean, it's 2006 this one, so
yeah,
it's like right in the middle of when it was in its sort of. It was after it had been around, it had established itself, and it was like, I hate to use the word renaissance, but it was like one of those ones that really helped dubstep kick off, wasn't it?
It got me in properly into it, so I definitely.
Right. Okay. And like, is there any other bits and pieces that that really get you going? Is that like
of the same ilk?
Is it the same Is it the same sort of thing? Is it some sort of big fat dubstep beat that really gets you pounding and screwing your face? Or
well, the other stuff that probably got me into dubstep was the sort of reggae-ish stuff, the scream stuff, and there was a Bisto vinyl. There was one on that was super good.
An Bisto vinyl.
It was a white label, and had this little like 2 centimetre by 1 centimetre sticker that had like a tin of Arbisto.
Right.
And then it said Volume 2.
Right, okay.
It's awesome.
It is.
I couldn't remember the name of this tune, so I did have to Google it for this, and then I just Googled Bisto vinyl. It came up like properly.
It's amazing what you can Google to find something. I had one of those mad moments yesterday where I just needed to listen to. Do you remember the old advert for McEwen's Scotch? That used to be on in Newcastle. The States, nice place.
Shame about the beer. I remember it well.
From nowhere, Jody, this is Houston. From nowhere, I needed it to happen again. I needed to listen to it, so I spent a good 20 minutes like working out what to put into the PlayStation. Obviously, if I had just searched for it on the computer, it would have been loads quicker. But here's me with my PlayStation back, trying to search for this old McEwen's Lager advert over and over and over and over again. Yeah, so I guess we'll play that, shall we?
Let's
actually see whether or not Jody sits here screwing his face or he flings his arm in the air as soon as it drops. This is that's the club singer version of it.
What it actually is fucking terrible today, like.
It's the coffee. It's the coffee beans.
Alright.
It is, but just
fucking party pingers.
It is party pingers. So Digital Mystics, Earth of Run Red. So that was some rinse out dubstep. That's Digital Mystics, Earth Are Unread. That was on a EP called Walking with Jar, Earth Are Unread from 2006 on Soul Jazz, apparently, according to Discogs.
Aye. Oh, was I? A little purple label with a line on it.
Oh, is that you actually had the record of that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
We have loads now. I don't know where it's gone. I lost loads of.
It'll be in a
box
somewhere, maybe.
Giving it away.
Yeah. I was terrible for that when I was wrecked, giving people records, like just giving them away. It's like madness. Right, cool. So we've moved on to that part of the show where a DJ gets to make a dedication. So, Jody, when you were DJing, obviously people would come to you and ask you to play certain tunes while you were out DJing and maybe play a dedication to their mates and stuff like that. But you don't often get to play a dedication to someone themselves. So we are flipping that shit and we're giving you the opportunity to play a tune for someone. So, who would you like to play a tune for?
Easy Lee, a.k.a. Lee Halton.
Right. And how do you know Lee?
Met him in primary school. I think I was a gear. He was pretending to be driving a bus, and I was being the gear stick. I think.
That is some fucking memory. That is like. So, woo! Tickled me. A bit of Ric Flair gear stick on the go. Right. Okay.
And he was in Verbal Terrorist, the rap group that Noble, Drop Dead Fred, and him had. That was one of the first things I started doing with DJing. Was DJing for VT.
I've got the albums.
War on Terror. Or the
I've got both of them.
There's two dope CDs out.
Yeah, I've got both of them. Yeah, they're awesome. If anyone wants to pick up them, I'm sure you can still pick up them on Bandcamp as well. So get yourself a look on there for Verbal Terrorists.
Yeah,
so
VT's got a Bandcamp still, eh?
Yeah. It's still up and running. Like, I direct people there for the tune. Everybody's is it pretty raw in the NE4. Everybody's pretty sick in the NE6.
That's on there somewhere.
Yeah. It's a class tune. Just because I've lived in. Yeah. It's banging. Anyone who lives in like Heaton and Fenham and stuff like that, we just love that tune because it was like big up to those two sides, the east and the west in Newcastle, like just outside the city to the east and the west. Yeah. People who wanted to live right in the middle of the city, but just had that fucking the central motorway between them.
Yeah.
It's like a 45-minute walk, man. It's not new joke.
Yeah, it's neat. It's up a hill either way, isn't it? So, right, okay, sound. So you want to dedicate a tune to Lee? What's the crack? What tune do you want to dedicate to him?
The last tune he recorded before he died, like he wasn't like he kind of fell off when those two VT albums were being made. He wasn't really on them, and he was just starting to think about getting back on it. He made one tune with me, and then we started that documentary about the homelessness, and he just died of sudden adult death syndrome on the third day. So it's like just always stuck with us that he was like wanting to be an MC again, and then just disappeared.
Yeah,
he wanted, like it's kind of like
he never got a chance to finish his.
No. And this was like him getting back into it. He was like, no, I'm going to start doing it again and that. And he was around mine and wrote this verse in there, I don't know, like 15 minutes, 45 minutes, and just recorded it there and then did the hypes and that was it.
That's amazing.
And then a couple of weeks later, he was gone.
Damn, fucking hell. Well, that absolutely sucks. It sucks to lose anyone, like, and there's no better reason to play a tune than for remembering someone, and it's good that he's been immortalised so you've got something to hear him again. It can be difficult, like a video appeared on Facebook the other day of my nana speaking, and I haven't heard my nana's voice in 2 years because she died, and there's just something about it that's nice but haunting at the same time, hearing someone who's gone's voice. It's just it's nice and it's good to remember, but you've got to look back and smile, because if you look back and frown at everything that made you frown, you'd never put a smile on your face, would you?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Happy memories, man.
Exactly. So, which tune was it? So it's one of the Trinity Lo-Fi tunes.
Yeah, so it's one of our tunes. It's called Eyes. Lee's verse is pretty clever. Just plays with the word eyes for 16 bars, man. It's dope.
Boom. And that's off the album Beat the Boss, which everyone can log on to Bandcamp to get. And if they want to listen to Trinity Lo-Fi, they can get Trinity Lo-Fi on Spotify as well.
It's everywhere. Anywhere you want it. Cheapest ways, if you want to have the MP3s, is the Bandcamp discography, because that's just like 75% discount or something. We'll just stream it. Yeah.
Boom. Right, okay. So Jody's dedication is dedicated to Lee, in your memory, mate. And this is Trinity Lo-Fi with is that Helgeland 8-Bit Squad?
Yeah, those are the lads from Norway I used to make a lot of music with. Helgeland 8-Bit Squad. Helgeland's northern Norwegian region.
Sweet, there you go. And the tune's called Eyes.
I stay trapped in my head, yeah, waiting for my death. Take my final breath from this realm, this concrete jungle. I'm staying humble, never looking for a royal rumble. Working in the soil like a bumblebee, yeah, floating on serenity. Yes, you see, it is me, that Louis V. Cole. Trapped in his inner mind with some killer rhymes. Never killing time, this time is a blessing. Yeah, I'm stressing, so I'm putting more cess in my zoot. Yeah, I've upset my essence. I'm feeling that blues, but the blues in the cheese just brings me to my knees. Spending all my cheddar, burning holes in my jeans. Jeez, can I get a little bit of that sweet release? That sweet release, yeah. Cause the trees got me under the thumb. The number one, yeah, second to none. Oh no, now I don't give a damn where you're coming from. These man's got the plans in our hands and we're coming on strong. Eyes to the sky, I drop beats, no bombs. Now I don't give a damn where you're coming from. These man's got the plans in our hands and we're coming on strong. Eyes to the sky, I drop beats, no bombs. Yo.
The concrete jungle got me locked up in a cage. The lies that broadcast got me pent up in a rage. The pressure got me burning up the weed and J's. Energy is locked up, Sasquatch in a cage. Rattling bars, getting mad with the prison guards. Spit hard, Bigfoot, kill the prison guard. Split his head in half, escape from the prison yard. Barefoot, in the woods, staring out the stars. Rearrange cranium, shift my own paradigm. Take the time to slowly grasp and grab a mind. Hammer rhymes with the hidden subliminals. Stealing methods from the marketing criminals. Elevate the masses with a bass skank encore. One more, you gotta rave for the bomb talk. Stomp on floor and show me your skank set. Grab that handbrake and crank it.
I don't give a damn where you're coming from. These man's got the plans in our hands and we're coming on strong. Eyes to the sky, I drop beats, no bombs. Now I don't give a damn where you're coming from. These man's got the plans in our hands and we're coming on strong. Eyes to the sky, I drop beats, no bombs. Yo.
Eyes to the sky like we eye, not we eye, but why am I? Eyes rolling like I'm disdainful. 2 eyes of eye, your third brain full. Eyes on the horizon without trying. The foresight of a 4-5 that looks inward. Through skin like x-rays. Can't see tomorrow or the next day, vex mate. Eyes rolled like a joint. Pierce straight to the point. I am looking beyond that. Round corners, full circle, I'm back. Eyes to the sky for a new formation. Can't see past the clouds, pour rain. It's eyes like the Mac and Graph writer. Fuck rivalries, hold tight eyes. Spite in mind, full of rage. The eyes staring back out the cage upward. Eyes to the sky, we eye. Come down, written in them. Eyes sinking, no words but clearly thinking. On the brink of a downpour. Down some more and get vacant. All the eyes in the snake pit. It's eyes to the house of gods I give praise. Begging for a sunny day. Eyes that look blazed. I am stuck in a maze. Stuck again.
I don't give a damn where you're coming from. These man's got the plans in our hands and we're coming on strong. Eyes to the sky, I drop beats, no bombs. Now I don't give a damn where you're coming from. These man's got the plans in our hands and we're coming on strong. Eyes to the sky, I drop beats, no bombs. Yo.
That's Trinity Lo-Fi, which is me and Zico, and Easy Lee helping. Rest in peace, bro.
Amazing.
Eyes is the track.
Yeah, Eyes is the name of the track.
Eyes.
Right, sweet. There we go. Well, we're going to move on to the next section. It's nice to get the dedication over, but Addie.
Guilty pleasures, Gavin.
It is. It's time for the guilty pleasure. So
do you think this week could it even challenge the mighty Pegs' The Wolf trial?
Oh, do you know what it is? It's gonna take.
Try.
Yeah, well, do you know what it is? I hope everyone's trying to beat the Wolf because the Wolf is the level of shit.
It's the standard bearer of the shit genre.
It is literally the 6 foot high pile of crap that is Dutch Euro pop, crazy Spanish nonsense bollocks. But we'll see if Jody can beat it. So, Jody, what are some of your guilty pleasures in the world of music?
You said you didn't. People always say it's not guilty, but it's like I agree, it's not guilty pleasure. Like, but we do get judged for it.
Yeah, you do get judged
definitely.
for it. You absolutely do get judged for it. Like I can't help that. I like boy band stuff. I can't help it. Like I like just when you hear like Boys to Men and it's like a bunch of black guys harmonizing amazingly. I love that. I like it makes us feel chills, but like I shouldn't like it.
Spud's horrendous dog thing that he played.
Oh, flipping heck, that Makina version of that little lick got stuck in my head for bloody days. Man. It did. It got stuck in my head.
It's a proper we're that fucker.
Oh, horrendous. So, you were saying that most people don't, that you shouldn't have guilty pleasures in music. But is there any, are there any certain artists that you listen to that maybe people might cringe of the new that you listen to it?
Aye, a lot of the cheesiest poppy trap that's around right now.
The American sort of, what do you call them, SoundCloud rapper banter.
I honestly, I'm like a lot of that. Like we probably say mumble rap. Not too much of them, but there's still super cheesy trap out there that's not proper mumbly. Like Migos are halfway in between. They're not that mumbly, man. And Cardi B,
amazing.
I kind of put her on around everyone. But I rate her albums, man.
Yeah. What is it about Cardi B that appeals to you? Like, I've never really listened to much of Cardi B's music. I've just basically heard her talk about how much she likes fucking. Me missus was watching a compilation of Cardi B being a clip in interviews, and it was just different clips of. Yeah, that's it. She really is herself.
That's one reason I fucking love her.
Yeah, but is that the real Cardi B, or is that the front stage Cardi B? Is that who?
We don't know, mate.
We
don't know Cardi B, but I believe it. She goes on so much about being herself. I reckon she probably is.
Yeah.
One of them wicked quotes. She's just like, if you want to be a hoe, be a hoe. If you want to be a rapper, be a rapper. You want to be a lawyer, be a lawyer. Just be yourself, babe.
Yeah.
Or fucking something like that.
Well, it's a good message. I just don't know if I get the way that she spreads it. You know what I mean?
Well, she obviously just fucking loves sex and wants to be a whore. It's like she says, if you want to be a whore, be a whore. Like she just does what she wants, man. She's proud of it, and like she's just owning her sexuality. I think that's fucking dope.
Yeah. No. To be fair, like the world could be a lot more open place if everyone was just actually themselves,
right.
Instead of being the fake or the version of themselves they think's actually appropriate for whoever their audience is. It's a shame that some people do have that variant in what they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But luckily, I think lots of the people around me are quite real people. We're quite real people in this room today.
Real to feel.
Real to feel.
Real, man, yeah. Proper real in that.
Proper real in that. So if anyone was going to go and listen to some Cardi B, what Cardi B tune should they all listen to?
The first track should always be Bodak Yellow.
I make money moves. I think that's that one, isn't it? Yeah, amazing. Right, okay, well, let's get an earful of this and find out if Addie thinks that it's any worse than Pegs' The Wolf.
You can only try.
This is Mr. Jody Bigfoot's guilty pleasure, and it's Cardi B.
He's not guilty.
He's not guilty. He's judged. This is his pleasureful thing from the music world that he thinks other people might not quite agree with. This is Cardi B, Bodak Yellow.
Say, little bitch, you can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the school, I can get them both, I don't wanna choose. And I'm quick, cut a nigga off, so don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now, I make money move. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money move. If I see you now speak, that means I don't fuck with you. I'm a boss, you a worker, bitch. I make bloody moves. Now she say she gon' do what or who? Let's find out and see. Cardi B, you know where I'm at, you know where I be. You in the club just to party. I'm there, I get paid a fee. I be in and out them banks so much, I know they tired of me. Honestly, don't give a fuck about who in front of me. Drop 2 mixtapes in 6 months. What bitch working as hard as me? I don't bother with these hoes. Don't let these hoes bother me. They see pictures, they say goals. Bitch, I'm who they tryna be. Look, I might just chill in some babe. I might just chill with your boo. I might just spill on your babe. My pussy feel like a lake. He wanna swim with his face. I'm like, okay. I let him get what he want. He buy me East Saint Laurent and the new whip. When it go fast as a horse, I got the trunk in the front. I'm the hottest in the street. Know you probably heard of me. Got a bag and fix my teeth. Hope you hoes know it ain't cheap. And I pay my mama bills. I ain't got no time to chill. Think these hoes be mad at me. They baby father wanna build. Say little bitch, you can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the school, I can get them both. I don't wanna choose. And I'm quick, cut a nigga off, so don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now, I make money moves. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money move. If I see you now speak, that means I don't fuck with you. I'm a boss, you a worker, bitch. I make bloody moves. If you a pussy, you get popped. You a goofy, you a op. Don't you come around my way. You can't hang around my block. And I just check my account, turns out I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. I put my hand above my hip. I bet you dip, he dip, she dip. I say I get the money and go. This shit is hot like a stove. My pussy glitter is gold. Tell that little bitch play her role. I just a rope and no rolls. I just came up in a rave. I need to fill up the tank. No, I need to fill up the safe. I need to let all these hoes know they none of they niggas is safe. I go to dinner and steak. Only the real can relate. I used to live in the peace. Now it's the crib with the gay. Rolly got charms and like frosted flakes. Hard to let these bitches know. Just in case these hoes forgot. I just wanna check the mail. Another check from Mona Scott. That little bitch, you can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the school, I can get them both. I don't wanna choose. And I'm quick, cut a nigga off, so don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now, I make money moves. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money move. If I see you now speak, that means I don't fuck with you. I'm a boss, you a worker, bitch. I make bloody moves.
Right, well that was Cardi B. That was Bodak Yellow. Apparently that album that's is on is called Invasion of Privacy.
And that was also a close second to Pegs, unfortunately. Pegs is still champion.
I'll take second place, mate. That's kind of good, that.
It's good.
Yeah, second's good. That's not something I can listen to over and over and over again. Like
Definitely not.
The first time you listen through it, you do have a bit of a giggle because of what just gone on about. But then after that, I like it. It's not for me. Like it's not for me.
It doesn't, like, all this new trappy stuff doesn't have like that much replayability and sticking power.
Aye.
It's nice. It's like I'm liking where some of it's going, and there's people doing some really interesting stuff with it. But on the whole, a lot of it just cannot stick and be replayed.
Yeah, I get that, and there's lots of music that is like that. You know what I mean? So, right, let's quickly move on. We're getting right on with this one. We're up to section 9 now.
Goats.
Goats. So, and I believe for this one,
2 in the water.
Jody's playing his wild card. We've got a double goater, but it's not 2 goats, it's the same goats, and it's a double drop, which is just something brand new to the fucking On The Rave podcast. We've never had someone do this. We've had people having a dual goat and having 2 different people, or playing 2 tunes by the same person, or not playing 2 tunes by the same person. But your goat is one of my favourites as well. Do you want to tell everyone who you think the greatest of all time is and why?
I was working on a sheep farm in New Zealand, and there was this one goat called Mayhem, or Mischief. And, he thought he was a sheep, and so he'd gone with the sheep herd, and everywhere he went, because he wasn't actually a sheep and he had his own mind, he'd take a random left corner, but because all the sheep thought he was a sheep, they'd all follow left. So that's why it was called like mischief or something. You just confuse all the sheep on the farm. That was the best goat I ever met.
That was the best goat you ever met. So who do you think's the greatest of all time in the world of music?
Oh, sorry.
Well, we're talking about music. You know, it is.
No, we're talking about farming again.
That's it. This is hello. This is the On the Agriculture fucking podcast. We're here to talk about combine harvesters.
I've got a wicked one.
So yeah, in all seriousness, if we get back to the world of music, yeah, who do you think is like up there on the pedestal?
Well, for production and that, and it's probably going to be hip hop for me if I had to choose a genre that I've had to pick a goat. And
fair crack.
If it comes to that, it's got to have the sticking power that I mentioned. Some of that other stuff doesn't have, and the only person I reckon will one of the few people that will always be relevant as long as hip hop's a thing is RZA.
Oh,
one of the small group of people that will live forever in that genre.
Yeah, RZA from the Wu-Tang Clan.
Aye.
Yeah, amazing. RZA's just one of those ones that just has been around and done absolutely everything. The soundtrack to Ghost Dog, amongst other things.
I keep needing to watch Ghost Dog again.
I'm going to watch Ghost Dog again tonight now that I've mentioned it. Yeah. I see those strange eyes keep on watching me. There's a few on that one. There's the one from actually in the middle of Ghost Dog with the frantic trumpet. Yeah, it's amazing. I absolutely love that. So, what is it about RZA? You said it's his staying power, actually, didn't you?
Sticking power, yeah, man. I reckon. I don't reckon all that martial arts samples and that is just like in there for the look of it. I reckon he really treats production like a martial art, and he's refined it and practiced it. And
yeah, he's the one from the Wu-Tang Clan who's arguably done the most as well, isn't he? As much as Method Man got himself about and Ghostface amazing, like just there's something about RZA and his back catalogue and just the other projects that he does as well. Obviously, he did the Cigarettes and Alcohol project with Criminy, the name has escaped me now, of the director, but he does soundtracks to movies now as well. Yeah,
and he's been like commissioned for that sort of stuff too. So I think he was probably invited into the Afro Samurai soundtrack.
Yeah.
Dope anime. I think it was American, not Japanese. And Samuel L. Jackson's playing the lead character in his conscience or best friend.
Yeah.
He made the soundtrack for that, absolutely killer. But not all the rapping was actually on the anime, so they released the albums too. And they were two of my favourite albums ever. Is both of them, man.
Yeah. Because there's like two versions. There's the version of the album that's actually the tunes that was played on Afro Samurai, and then there's the versions where he's got loads of different, like we were saying earlier about having the cavalcade of rappers one after another, all doing small bits, but all adding something to the tune as well.
That's one of the things why Wu-Tang's where you get that big like plethora of rappers and variation in each song.
Have you seen Wu-Tang?
No, man.
No, I've had the pleasure of seeing Wu-Tang now on 2 occasions. The first time I went to Manchester with Jamie, who was on the last podcast, and we had such a good time. And you know what? Method Man was just the absolute shit, and it was the best thing I'd ever seen on a stage to that point. And a few years later, like, we got dragged to go and see them at the Academy and like the O2 Academy, and sort of there's in two minds about it, and shouldn't have went and did go.
That building's not built for fucking.
No, it was kind of awful. To be
sound
fair.
System was shockingly bad.
Yeah,
I've heard that millions of times.
Yeah,
not just the Newcastle O2, like all of them.
Yeah,
it's like indie music somehow sounds.
I think before that Wu-Tang thing, De La Soul had been there like 3 weeks before, and I'd heard exactly the same stuff. From the people there. It's like, they were alright, but
De La Soul were never going to play the stage again, were they?
The sound system was just so bad that it's just like ruined it.
Yeah. So you've never seen any of them? Have you never seen RZA or?
No, man. I've heard a lot of reports about how they're not really worth going to see live. I don't know. Maybe it's got something to do with when rappers get proper successful. Like they haven't got anything to rap for anymore. Sometimes there's less passion in it.
Aye.
I think that's why McGregor lost.
Yeah.
Past 2
the
fights,
hunger.
He's lost his hunger in that. Like I think it's the same thing with rappers, man. Like they're just.
McGregor keeps his nose clean. He'll be Vince McMahon's puppet soon. Like.
He's too crazy.
He's too crazy to be Vince McMahon's puppet. No, he'd need lobotomised first, wouldn't he?
He's weird. Why does he do? He made fucking billions.
Just
fucking. He made more off losing than he has off winning.
Yeah. Well, it just goes to show the genius of the man if he's made more money from not actually winning fights.
Yeah. Like all the stupidity of the system.
Well, there's always gonna be another stupid fight addict who'll pay 30 quid for a pay-per-view. We know this.
Definitely.
this is RZA as the GOAT, and we've got 2 tune choices to come from you using your wild card. So
let's go number 1 first.
Well, that's generally the way to do it, you
Let's
know,
go.
chronological and all that. So what tune were you wanting to pick first?
First one's off the Afro Samurai soundtrack, or the Resurrection one. They're both kind of blur into one for me.
Yeah, it's the Resurrection soundtrack.
The Afro Samurai Resurrection, yeah. So it's like they're both kind of recent RZA tunes. He's been around for time, but the Afro Samurai soundtracks are my favourite bodies of work by him. This one's 2009 Afro Samurai Resurrection, featuring RZA, Ghostface, and Cool G Rap.
Cool G Rap,
and it's called Wah.
Wah!
It's a bit like War and Jody Action. You kind of wah like.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing that to war Sheila, otherwise she'll be going to wah.
All those Wu-Tang, man.
Bang, bang, bang.
Shaolin monk samples. It's educational, man.
It is. It's letting everyone know.
Big up Sheila.
Yeah. Right, okay, sweet. Well, let's get down to it and let's play the first choice. This is Wah.
Saying nothing slick to a can of oil. Tell your man to tell his man that his man's a goyle. I hold his weight, y'all niggas skinny like olive oil. We throws at least half a key in the pot to boil. Royal niggas rags the richest. Because your boy breaks bitches like glasses, stitches. Burn money like I put it in some grass and split it. If I don't get my man, that's passes, not misses. Female donkeys, y'all niggas ass ridiculous. Hard white rap, this a foil like chicklets. Never had a wife, you better settle for the mistress. The truth like Al Capone dying from the syphilis. Cross me, your name flying on the hit list. Your niggas butt won't even pop a clutch on the gear shift. Then ain't your hard pose, nigga, you just scared stiff. I'm on my grizzly, you might walk right in the beer shit. You rock your pants too tight, get off that queer shit. Don't turn it back when it's on, I ain't trying to hear shit. Like the Coast Guard, I got them choppers that can airlift.
Out the jeans is crunchy, facial hair beard looking like Abe Lincoln. Stand next to you with my jewels, look like your caves is shrinking. Love sweets like a dope fiend, not with fat hands. Keep birds around me, they be calling me Batman. Precisely, I pop like cheap luggage, profusely bleeding. Word on the street is that you lost 3 buckets. Fuck it, you keep dying. I'm in the red diamonds. Rob me, bitch, I had your whole hood crying. Lighting candles on the streets like, why you trying? Oh Lord, why you had to lullaby him? His jewels is cursed, his seeds is first. When he do shows, he pop a willy off his merch. 6'3", medium built, tall like lurch. Why y'all faggots be sleep, he be putting in work.
Essence absorbing stance, I got it down to a glance. It's war, I got the biggest gun down my pants. Gotta rock it in my pocket. Gonna knock your head right out the socket. Turn teardrop to smile, the grace to spare child. Spray a gallon in the mace in your face, burn off your brows. No phone home, you're dribbling, we stone your sibling. Get my blood from tilting to burn your building. Poison tip, dagger, sword, chop through your collarbone. No, you don't got a fucking chance to holler home. Nice dream, the slice sling, cut through your ice bling. G.O.D. heats, melt you like it's ice cream. I'm not vanilla, I'm Black Panther chinchilla. My cousins are orangutan, my brothers are gorilla. The others are ape, you turn a rainbow straight. Get you trapped in the jungle, now you can't escape. War it is, that's the biz. Glock pop, plops and fizz. Split your wig, crack your ribs, smack your whiz. Blast your crib, chains and whips, planes and ships. Gun swords and clips, stones and bricks. Punch throws and kicks, you know it's...
Don't you know what you bring? You destroy everything. All the love that you give to men. There's no excuse I could give. We just don't want to live. All the war that you bring to men. War is something that takes family.
Sweet. That was Wah by RZA. From the absolutely banging Afro Samurai soundtrack, the Resurrection soundtrack that was released in 2009.
That's not what you do, just go watch Afro Samurai. It's fucking dope as fuck.
Listen to them albums, both of the albums, but if you haven't seen the anime, it's like 6 episodes each or something proper.
Yeah,
dope story,
so good.
Dope animation, dope acting, dope art.
The voiceover work by
Flawless,
Samuel L. Jackson's absolutely amazing. I know it's a little bit of a, like a shoe-in if he's offering his voice to this character, but he really, really does suit the role.
It's a super performance, absolutely amazing performance.
I don't think it would be as good if you didn't have Samuel L. Jackson's performance in that.
It's mad how good an anime you can make, but most anime is shite.
Yeah.
So there's some amazing ones out there, and I love some of them, but like 90% of it is such shite.
Yeah.
So top of the list, Afro Samurai is one of them. Like
Mint. Well, as we know on the On the Wave podcast, when someone plays their wild card, they get to play 2 tunes.
Two.
So what we're going to do is we're going to hand it back over to Jody, and we're going to have another RZA tune played out, and maybe a little bit of an explanation as to why he's playing that RZA
Double
tune.
goat.
Yeah.
You get the double vision goats on. Well, like I said, I think rappers sometimes fall off when they haven't got anything to rap for. They came up, they've got not much inspiration. That's why you just talk about their money and that. It's boring life. But so I reckon Wu-Tang did fall off, to be honest with you. The last stuff, I can't remember what the name of it was, but one of the last albums was Pap. The production was okay, and the rapping was crap.
Not the Saga Continues, the latest one.
It was the one before this one, yeah. The one before this. And then the Saga Continues came out, and obviously I put it on and was like, actually kind of blown away. They just came right back full circle, and just one little hiccup and they're back in there. So, it's the Saga Continues, the latest album. And this song is G'd Up, Wu-Tang,
G'd Up,
Method Man, Armin, and MZ Jones.
Amazing. So we'll roll straight into it. This is the second track, and this is RZA and the Wu-Tang Clan. G'd Up.
Alarm man, dig it. My block is G'd up. The cops is racist. Staircases is P'd up. Haters get beat up. Women that getting E'd up. Let's get this paper, don't need much, but still need a calculator to keep up. Jesus, I'm doing me B.I.G. Hit little C's up. After I hit this tree up, me, I get my cheese up. Puff the Buddha, I get my chi up. My team in the building until the lease up. Look, you think this method ain't prolific, then prohibit. See, I'm no Clifford, but like my daddy, no different. A go-getter, I go get it, now go figure. Without no figures, no gold cars, no gold diggers. To quote Jigger, I goes hard, I blow swishes. I blow that trigger, your whole squad can go with you. I Dio Mio, I'm a hell of a flow spitter. You ain't my people, I don't care if you know RZA. Cause at the end of the day, I'm a problem, boy, stay out of my way. Now if you see me in the streets, you better give me my space. And if I beat you to the punch, I punch you dead in your face.
Murder niggas, luxurious. Bank stoppers, Drake caked out. The Coleon connection and all selections. Murder niggas, luxurious. Bank stoppers, Drake caked out. The Coleon connection and all selections. Murder niggas, luxurious. Bank stoppers, Drake caked out. The Coleon connection and all selections. Take over quick, fast, violate, slap shit. In every borough, state, town, prison, map shit. Drink sipping, no slipping, we winning. No kidding, big business, top missing. Eyes glisten, clear vision, keep wishing. Welcome to the big boy life. Bottle popping, no stopping, haters watching. Speaker knocking, shotty hopping, all they capping. We rocking, big talking, cash dropping. Welcome to the big boy life.
Yeah. We known to do this, the flow is loose and it's so abusive. Was born a Christian, but yo, the truth is the dough is Jewish. I overdo this fucking moderation. Homie, we focused. My camp Auschwitz with the concentration. Metical, Audash, your law mad. Step in my shoes and leave footprints in God's path. These serpents is trying to divert us away from a higher purpose. I look them C's in their eyes, you looking kinda nervous. But we know in the mean, the leader showing you. King of Kings, Haile Selassie, Ethiopia. Lung condition chronic, and I don't mean that pneumonia. So shorty, you and your friend, I'm about to leave with the both of you. She tell me that she need me, they always come right back. Bitches get repo quicker than Tiger's Lamborghini. We eating lobster and shrimp, rappers is Ramadan. Too raw, I shouldn't spit without a condom on. The type of rookie that's respected by the veterans, cause dog, I ain't a rookie, I'm a motherfucking veteran. Light up the medicine, just know you been warned, cause when the killer bees starting to swarm, you know it's on.
Murder niggas luxurious, bank stoppers Drake caked out, the Coleon connection and all selections. Murder niggas luxurious, bank stoppers Drake caked out, the Coleon connection and all selections. Murder niggas luxurious, bank stoppers Drake caked out, the Coleon connection and all selections. Take over quick, fast, violate, slap shit. In every borough, state, town, prison, map shit.
Drink sipping, no slipping, real women, no kidding, big bitches, tops missing, ice kissing, clear vision, keep wishing. Yeah. Welcome to the big boy life. Bottle popping, no stopping, haters watching, speaker knocking, shawty hopping, fully cocky, wig blocking, big talking, cash dropping. Welcome to the big boy life.
That was G'd Up by the Wu-Tang Clan with RZA, Method Man, Armin and MZ Jones on that. That came from the album The Saga Continues, which is from 2017 and was released on the Wu-Tang Group label called 36 Chambers. So, we're winding down to the very last selection. Jody, it's been really nice having you on today. How long are you going to be back in the UK for?
Oh, it's all up in smoke at the minute, mate, but taking the money I saved from Canada and making a movie in Japan for the latest album, and just see what happens after that, different now.
Yeah.
So,
No, it's good. And while you're here, you're going to try and catch up with everyone. I know your sister was really keen to see you.
hi. Definitely seen her a lot. And my mum when I was down south with my dad, and just all the buddies and that. It's nice, man.
Yeah, good. Well, it's good to have you back. It's been good sitting down and having a bit crack with you. We're going to go over your 10th choice, well, your 11th choice in Chattery 10, which is your personal anthem. So, of all of the tunes out there and all the sort of stuff we've talked of, what sort of music do you think people think of when they think of you?
I don't know what other people think of, but myself, it's this. I've just been going on this proper peaceful channel, so like the Marty Bjornis stuff and Trinity Roots and obviously too much more to go into, but loads of chilled acoustic stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like you could call this podcast Off the Rave because I've been living in a forest.
Do you know what it is? We might just.
There's another little branch that we can go down.
Yeah, we'll go.
Off the Rave with Jody Bigfoot because he's been living in a forest half his adult life.
We'll just put a line through the little logo and put off. We can easily make it look like a stamp. Off the Rave.
It's the same acronym.
Yeah. Well, it would be, wouldn't it?
Change his business cards and that.
Yeah, that's it.
The same ones.
Yeah, well, just a slight alteration to the Twitter handle every now and again.
Just cut out 2 Fs for a banner.
Yeah, could just stick them on, couldn't we? Crack on with it.
I'll get on a call. He'll fucking Photoshop it.
Carl will make us something really quickly, won't he?
Big up, Carl. You're coming on soon.
Yeah, we'll get you on soon, matey. We'll keep meaning to get people on. You know, there's only so much time in the week for me and Addie to sit down and talk to wonderful people like Colin.
There's so many wonderful people in tune. You're going to be gone for years, man.
Oh yeah,
that's it.
Like,
yeah,
it's like I like how you just proper started local, keep it local until you went out, man. There's fucking so many people.
Gonna keep rinsing the local talent
we'll
because there is so many of it.
A couple of out of Newcastle acts coming on in the next Friday actually.
Yeah, we've got some out of towners due. So we'll see how all of them go. But yeah, you said your personal anthem would be a tune by Trinity Roots, yeah?
Yeah.
And where did you discover them?
That was some drum bass DJ I met when I was in Dunedin. I was around his house, just getting some tunes, and he just dropped 2 folders on my MP3 player. I was like, oh, there's a Trinity Roots there, like New Zealand reggae band, kind of folksy, jazzy. You should check them out. Didn't really expect much, but then I've been listening to them like probably on a weekly basis ever since.
Yeah. That sound when everyone sends in their lists, I generally scroll through all of the songs and stuff like that, and like Pegs' list. We're talking about Pegs again. I ended up following a couple of the guys that he looks at on Spotify.
It's a good again. We're getting back to us being educational.
Well, that's it. This is an educational. Yeah, this is an educational podcast, isn't it? YouTube. So, there shouldn't be any reason why that you have to pull any tunes or give us any more copyright strikes. But we'll see about that. If you're nice to us, YouTube, we can be very nice to you back. You've got no idea how many
sexy.
You've got
YouTube
no
bastards.
idea how nice me and Addie could be to you.
I'll
YouTube.
give you fucking
loads
of likes and that.
I'll give you flowers in the pouring fucking rain.
I'll give you a proper thumbs up.
So what tune by Trinity Roots would you say is like your personal anthem at the minute?
This Road.
This Road. Yeah, that's one of the ones that we that obviously we listen to, because that's the album we mentioned earlier, Citizen, isn't it? Yeah. Which is their latest album from 2016, if Discogs is to be believed. In fact, it wasn't Discogs, was it?
Who knows?
And all of these guys' music's available on Spotify, on iTunes, and on Bandcamp as well. So we're back to the Bandcamp banter.
If you want to see them live, you've pretty much got to go to New Zealand. They came to England once. I got the bus due to London, but they haven't been back here since. And I got to go to New Zealand if you want to see them.
Yeah, so if you start enjoying them, you're going to have to go on a bit of a plane journey.
Trek.
It is a trek, but it's totally going to be worthwhile. So I'd say, Jody, it's been absolutely mint having you on. Would you like to introduce the last track?
Hi, thanks for existing, Trinity Roots, and inspired me a lot. This is Trinity Roots, This Road.
You ask me where I've been, how long, and when. You ask me what were the names, and how long did you play? But in your questions you forget the many numbers that This love wouldn't feel so grounded if I hadn't tried to spread my wings. This road is the path less traveled, so be thankful of the love in between. This love wouldn't feel so grounded if I hadn't tried to spread my wings, to spread my
And there you have it. That might have been one of the least ravey on the raves that we've done, but as we say every time, it's about the individual's journey, isn't it?
It's about the journey. It's about the climb.
It is. It's about the climb. It's not about the view.
Unless it's a view of a big pile of piggers.
Way there you go. So, just to remind everyone before we go, we are the On The Rave podcast, and you can get us on Facebook at On The Rave. You can get us on Twitter at On The Rave. You can catch us at youtube.com/On The Rave. We are powered by Podbean.
And fueled by Basement Snacks.
And don't forget, you can get 10% off at Basement Stacks by wandering into the store on Ridley Street in Newcastle and screaming
On The Rave
to Don's behind the counter, and you get 10% off all your coffee and goods. And now that we've drawn into the very end of today's experiment, Addie, it's time to get scientific, bitch.
Well, I'm going to give you a smorgasbord of scientific facts.
A smorgasbord of science?
Yes. If you mix 50% of death chant with 10% hellfish and 50% of DJ and producer,
That's 110% lies.
then you'll get Kid Spatula. Which is pretty much just a death chant mashup from back in the day. It's a wonderful, wonderful record.
And its name? It's Addie's own scientific tune he hasn't remembered. It's called Hard Love. Addie, and its name?
It's Hard Love.
It's Hard Love. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Goodbye to the internet as we say once again, Addie.
We're officially the Rave.
Good night.
Bye.